Hello everyone, I am Dexter Lopera. At this age, at this day, at this year, technology continues to level up by providing assistance and easier tasks to the people. Almost every day, day to day, time to time, there is technology. Technology make your work easier, more convenient, and less time. But how far does people want the help of technology? Our case is about computerized decision making. With a series of exchanging ideas, the group finally came up our own analysis to the case.
As stated on our case incident, computerized decision-making has taken off in recent years. An example was how the lending officers made decisions about credit worthiness by using computerized and statistical models, which facilitated in a faster and more efficient assessment of credit worthiness. Thus, scrutinizing credit worthiness of a certain lendee is effective using the computerized decision-making scheme. However, some have blamed the financial crisis that began in 2007 to 2008 on excessive or total reliance on these computerized decision-making models. Computerized decision-making models during that time were tied to a common set of assumptions, and with those assumptions proved to be wrong, the entire credit system fell apart and the economy faltered. Now, is there accountability when that set of assumptions being used for computerized decision-making? Our study proposes to investigate in detail, considering the event as stated above, the effects which was brought about excessive or total reliance in computerized decision-making.
Hi, I'm Weladon Lim, and I'll be talking about the objectives of our case analysis. So, since our group recognized only one problem in the case, our objectives are concentrated on that, which is the excessive or the total reliance on computerized decision-making. So the group did some brainstorming, and we finally narrowed it down to 3 objectives which we considered as relevant and in great consistency with the problem. So first is to determine whether computerized decision-making is beneficial or detrimental to the decision-making process of organization. Secondly, to distinguish the common biases and errors in computerized decision-making. And lastly, is to understand the role of computerized decision-making in the concept of rationality. So as per the group, basically, we want to see and present the different advantages and disadvantages of computerized decision-making on organizations. And these will be elaborated more in the next videos of this presentation.
Hi, good day. I am Nilo Manabat Jr. and I'm here to talk about our alternative course of action. Sticking to the statement of the problem, which our study aims to investigate in detail, the effects brought about by the total or excessive reliance on computerized decision-making. While computerized decision-making models have many advantages, one of which is its ability to process enormous amounts of data much faster than a human can. But on the other hand, these models fail to take into consideration intuition and creativity, which from time to time may prove to be helpful in arriving with the best possible decision. Intuition and creativity can only be conceived by the human mind. One major alternative course of action which we deem necessary is not the rejection of computerized decision-making, but rather a combination between human and computerized decision-making. To make an example, a manager may use a computerized data gathering system wherein this system analyzes, compiles, and sorts relevant data and presents it as viable options. And the final decision as to which of these presented option should be chosen as the best shall be put into the hands of the manager.
Hi everyone, I am Dexter. In this part, I'm going to tackle the analysis of information. So the group decided, the group brainstorming, and the group agreed of what tool we are going to use in this case. So the group agreed using SWOT analysis. SWOT means strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. For our strength, we have speed, accuracy, capable of amassing and compiling enormous amounts of data, saves time, filters data phishing, and prevalent. For our opportunities, we came up better revenues, easy access to innovation and development. For our weakness, we agreed on the performance, internet interruption, does not take account in intuition and creativity in decision making, garbage in, garbage out, required regular maintenance and performance upgrades, no collaboration with others, lack of compassion. For threats, it may cause organization shutdown, garbage in, garbage out, decrease job opportunities, and cyber attacks, example spams, malwares, and others.
Hi there! I'm here to tackle about the conclusion of our case study entitled Computerized Decision Making. So, decision making refers to making choices among the alternative courses of action, which may also include inaction. So, while it can be argued that management is decision making, half of the decisions made by the managers within the organization fail. Therefore, increasing the effectiveness in decision making is an important part of maximizing your effectiveness at work. As we've looked up to the case, it is with no doubt that the computerized decision making have been most useful as decision aids when applied to well-structured problems. Some decision making is extremely complex, historically reserved, where the collection of human experience and intelligence come to play. So, among the alternative courses of action, we've concluded that instead of rejection, a combination of human and computer should be considered. Hence, the interference of human to the process of decision making must be included to avoid errors and biases, and for an effective result or a best result for the best decision.
We recommend that upon reaching to an optimum decision within the organization, the data generated must be first analyzed within the criteria of risk, resources, and its effect on the members of the organization. Then, beyond the objective as to focus on the deliverables rather than human emotions, which are subjected to biases. Moreover, combining both rational analysis which the computer generates and the human intuition increases the effectivity of the decision. And lastly, by a creative approach by thinking outside the box, seeing the situation from other point of view. To sum it all, computerized decision must only be used as a tool aiding the individual decision making. Thus, we must strive not for automation, instead automation with human touch.